Hello everybody, welcome back to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 12, Week 2 match between the GGs and Panic at the Rosh pit. Last time, Panic at the Rosh pit's offlane got written basically entirely out of the script, and as a result, the GG's safe lane ran right over them.
Yep.
See what we can do this time. Try and turn things around for them.
I'm expecting a draw ranger ban.
Got a clockwork ban first for Panic. In fact, same bans as the first round so far.
Dire team ban.
Though we have a disruptor ban for the GGs quite early.
Radiant team pick.
And a pit lord ban for Panic.
Alright.
No surprise there. Pit Lord worked really well with the Drow Ranger there through most of the mid game. So.
Dire
Yep.
team pick.
Another Rosh Centaur lineup.
Yep, Centaur on the opposite team this time.
Yeah.
One thing
We can do better.
Yeah, one thing I didn't say in the last round, I think maybe part of the issue for Panic in the last round was that they were playing a style that they really don't seem to be very
5 seconds remaining.
used to. They were playing a style that they're not really big on.
Yeah, the old slow going, give your cores space.
Right. They were playing the Fightin' Titans game, and I don't think they're really I don't think that really matches their style very well. Thinking really hard about this first pick here.
Yep.
Dire team pick.
And Snapfire is what comes out. We gonna see Mars following that up?
Maybe.
It is a very good answer to a Centaur Warrunner focused team for their disengages, because, you know, it doesn't matter how fast you're running when all you're running into is arena walls.
It's true, yeah.
Team pick.
Nope, we got a very small, Jakiro here. I don't know why the camera was zooming so far in. I thought it was gonna be like Ricky or something.
Meh. Ricky, yeah.
Shoutouts to Pohohoro. If we get like Dazzle here as well, we're gonna have the comprehensive list of Pohohoro heroes.
5 seconds.
We're gonna have too
remaining.
many supports.
Also true, yeah. I mean, hey, you could do the wacky pause 3 Dazzle.
I guess. Desolator Dazzle or something.
Yeah. I tell you this much: Panic at the Rosh pit looking to make
Radiant
everybody,
team ban.
you know, every place a sort of panic region. Centaur
Dire team
with
ban.
the Treant there. Two very tanky guys to start out with for the GGs. Two dudes that Panic is going to struggle to kill, though if anybody's going to be able to do it, it's Snapfire and Jakiro. You're just looking to turn a very, very large area into a no-go zone.
10 seconds remaining.
So it's a
Radiant team ban.
big area denial for Panic so far.
None of that Ursa.
Right. No Ursa, no Kunkka. Very similar bans in this round as well.
Yep.
Dire team ban.
Another Lifestealer ban. Certainly would avail Panic quite heavily to have a Lifestealer this round, so I cannot argue with that ban. If you have Centaur Warrunner on your team, the last guy in the world you want to see is a Lifestealer on the other side, and Treant ain't much better.
Yep.
5 seconds remaining.
Because, you know, even if Lifestealer is beating somebody else up in the fight, right? Even if he's not focusing on Centaur, and he doesn't really need to, you know, if Lifestealer's down fighting your core, he can just turn around, just whap you a couple of times, just be back at full health, basically.
None of that running it back.
Nope, no Dry Ranger this time. I don't know if blaming the hero necessarily would be
10
the
seconds remaining.
the thing to take out of that, but if you don't want to see it again, you don't want to see it again, right?
Dire team ban.
No Death Prophet. Okay. Yeah, Death Prophet would be pretty good. Just continuing the trend of making the giant no-go zone.
Yeah.
Plus, it would have the physical element to match the magical damage
Dire
that Snap
team
and Jakiro would provide. Panic doesn't want to CPL on the other side this time. Bring out Slardar.
Okay.
Slardar is,
Offensive initiating position 3.
yep. Slardar is not a man that Centaur Warrunner ever likes to see very much. Slardar is very rarely going to be able to kill Centaur Warrunner outright, but he is very good at more or less forcing Centaur into a sort of defensive position. I believe Slardar's stun comes out faster than Centaur's as well, so you know.
Yep. And you can just, melt everyone's armor.
Right,
Put constant vision on the treant.
right. Like I said, it's unlikely he's going to kill Centaur before he's just able to just get away, but still at least consistently force him back, consistently force him to a defensive element. Lich going here with the Treant Protector, basically.
Yep. That's a classic combo.
Very magic damage oriented so far. It's certainly a big game for BKB's pipe and all that. Would definitely not be a terrible idea, I think, for Panic to pick up a more tanky sort of. Well, they don't have the space for that, do they? Because they got Snapfire and Pause 4. Oh, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Pipe of Insight would be absolutely fantastic this game. The only issue is at the moment, there's not really going to be anybody to do that for them.
Oh, Tiny.
Yep,
You see
Tiny.
even more big, instant, bursts.
Right.
And he can throw people into undesirable positions, into chain
Yep.
frosts.
Or if you're super cool, you can Chain Frost somebody and then throw them into their team before the first bounce happens. That's really hard to pull off,
Yeah,
but when you
pretty-
do,
pretty next level.
Yeah. When you do, it makes you look super cool, at least.
Yeah. That's what's important in Dota, looking cool. Now run
We're
back to TA.
TA. I do feel like she's gonna have a bit more trouble here than the last time, especially if you can make the assumption. I think that's going to be could be a 1 tiny, it could be a 2 tiny. If it's a 2 tiny, she's gonna be in a bit of trouble here, I think.
Assuming 2.
Yeah. Tiny kind of rolls over TA, has a very good answer for her shield, and can just kind of mess her up pretty easily. GGs do not want to see any bugs in this game.
Alright.
It is interesting. It seems like Core Weaver, especially as far up as Pause 1, is a little faux pas at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
It's not en vogue.
Doesn't really outcarry anyone else in that position.
Right, yeah. The thing with Weaver as a core, shoutouts to the train. The thing with Weaver as a core, though, is that it is sort of a mortgage off your future type of hero. No Slarks either, her terribly is on the other side. Mortgage off your future type of hero. He doesn't really outscale anybody, but he does do quite a lot with not much gold for a core.
Yep.
So if you're looking for an early game focused lineup, then Weaver on top of your team, not a bad idea. Once again, no Troll Warlords for Panic at the Rosh Pit.
Alrighty. We got a 1 and a 1.
Presumably. Could be Tiny One.
Eh.
Theoretically,
Usually mid.
anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
Could also have a Slardar one if we're going to go absolutely
Yeah,
out the
that's
rails
true.
here. I remember the era of Slardar one. That was fun times.
Another hero who can't outcarry anyone. He can't even outcarry Tiny.
In fairness, people nowadays, when they see Tiny, they think of the little Pause 4 guy who runs around and throws skills at you, but it's not to say that a long game you know, high position Tiny can't still get quite heavy results.
It got super good results at TI this year.
Right. It's very interesting hero Tiny in that way because you basically have two ways to build him. You either build him super early or super late. Monkey King
Monkey
coming out.
King.
That's definitely going to be too tiny with that. It's going to be a very nasty Treon ult. They got a lot riding on that thing though.
Oh yeah.
Seems to me
10 seconds
that
remaining.
every fight that doesn't get at least 3 people in that Treon ult basically is
5
going to be a
seconds remaining.
straight L for the
Yeah.
GGs, yeah. And unlike the last round, the only great, you know, only great way out of scenarios it feels like for them is going to be the Centaur ult. It's a lot riding on those first 2 picks.
I mean, with a Centaur into Trion ult, it's necessarily hard to hit. I
Right.
think you can pretty easily hit people with it. Then
But
they
you
know
have
Thor
to hit
can
him.
bust him.
You can't not. And even then, sometimes you can hit him and it won't matter anyway.
Yeah, after BKBs.
Right.
It's like global silence in that way, because you can hit someone with it after they BKB, but you have to wait for the pop.
Right.
'Cause if they
Even
pop it,
then,
it purges it.
once again, GG is very heavy on the magic damage, not so big on really anything else outside of the Monkey King and Centaur Warrunner to a
Tiny.
degree. Tiny later on. For a long time, he's going to be basically all magic.
Yep. But BKBs aren't going to be up in the time where Tiny's
Right.
all magic. It's going to be early.
I would say that the BKBs are going to be up for a while, coexisting. Tiny late takes a while to kick on. Until that point, he's
Sure,
basically
but
just going to be Q and W.
His major power spike is like really early in the game.
You may now
Oh.
select your heroes.
Medusa's just here to have that hit R and screw over the team fight button.
Yeah.
Medusa is a hero that Monkey King in particular has a bit of a hard time actually dealing with. Especially if Medusa gets that axe. Because, you know, Monkey King, he just has to stay in a very similar sort of position to keep a fight going. And between Medusa, Jakiro, and Snapfire, he's going to be a little hard-pressed to get that done.
For sure. Alright, it's going to be a fun one.
I hope it's a fun one. It's a very interesting looking Treon set. Very
Yeah.
cartoony.
It's got big eyebrows.
Doesn't really fit the style of the game very well, does it?
At least Tiny's got himself a spine, finally.
About time. It looks like
Yeah.
he's like Clinks' minion or something.
Yeah.
When are they gonna add the hero interaction where Tiny can pick up and throw Treon Protector? Like, hit people with them? I mean, I guess he already can pick up and throw Treon Protector, but I mean with the tree toss ability rather than his
Yeah,
toss ability.
Of course.
Passkey's last match as Centaur, he got fed and lost, so, you know, that's a good sign.
That happens, you know? It's life.
Oh, right.
Mid Tiny.
It's like it's gonna be,
Prepare for
well,
battle.
Boss was in the offlane last time. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. It's the other way around. It's the other team. Looks like it's gonna be 2 melee guys in the offlane for them. Just gonna hoid a little bit, because they're gonna be 2 melees going up against 2 range.
And just do some
Presumably.
Snap, Medusa Jakiro, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming Medusa and Jakiro. Yeah, it's Comrade Chris on Jakiro and Boss on Snap, so... No surprise there, I don't think Snapfire Pos 5 is that ideal. Needs just a little more than that, I feel like. Like, the
Right.
platonic ideal of Snapfire is 4, I think, for me. Heatwave showing everybody.
Stupid eyebrows.
This is where I'm gonna put
30 seconds to battle.
his stupid, gigantic eyebrows. Look at how big they are, dude.
They're pretty big.
Visible from space.
Just like the Great Wall of China isn't.
Yeah.
It's a nice factoid for all you
Great Wall of
people
China
out.
isn't. That's been debunked. But Treon Protector's eyebrows.
Yeah,
for
we're
sure.
that's still I think rumor is it the original the original script for the first word said on the moon was going to be that's one small step for man and two gigantic eyebrows on Treon Protector.
Yeah. Oh, anyway.
With dunking on Treon Protector now taken care of.
Yeah.
London looking for a high five. Gets it.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Be funny
No
if
matter who wins this game, that's a moral victory for everyone.
right. Be funny if oh, Tiny actually got tree at level 1. Be funny if Craggy still existed and you could Craggy somebody if they try to high five you.
You tend to do that as a
As
a
an
mid
idea.
tiny just to contest a little easier.
I'm still big on this Craggy exterior for the high five thing though.
Yeah, sounds good. Should take a Templar shield charge too.
Yeah.
I'm sure TA players wouldn't complain about that.
Oh, absolutely not. You kidding me? They'd love it. It's an acceptable sacrifice.
Yeah.
London and TA high-fiving again.
Or I guess if you high five someone 1,000 times in one game, they just die instantly on the 1,000th time.
Once again, Devire is trying to be as punishing as possible to this offlane here.
Yep.
So, as well as Rito Plux fix.
So we'll see how well the pause 1 Monkey King post nerf works out.
Right.
Don't usually run in that position anymore, but
You don't usually run Bristleback and pause 1 either, but that's had some success
true.
this time. On the other hand, boy, is Centaur Warrunner in a world of pain.
yeah, two kind of painful Centaur lanes
Yeah.
in both these games.
Though Treon Protector is easily showing himself well against Jakiro here.
Highest space attack damage in the game, right there.
Very hard guy to deal with. Speaking of hard guy to deal with, Medusa as well.
Yep.
There goes the
Knock off
shield.
those.
There goes the HP.
Oh boy.
Trash boat goes from near full to near dead. No time flat, thanks to Tony.
This doesn't look like it would be a good matchup for Tiny, but it's actually a little better than it seems. It's still not ideal, because melee against TA, you know.
I would actually say, like I said earlier, I think he actually does have an advantage here overall. That avalanche is such a good answer to shield.
It is.
At any given time, he can just completely wallop her. As the tree throw as well gives him effectively an equivalent to
Radiant's middle
gives him
tower
an
is
equivalent
under
to
attack.
the side blaze to some degree. So to that end, they just did each other's little camps. To that end,
I think the problem is that he takes a lot of pokes from side blades and is really vulnerable to rotations. Not
Right.
that these teams have shown particularly willing to rotate to mid,
right.
but
Yeah, I would say though, as far as rotations go, I think he actually has a bit of upside here. I mean, if Lich shows up mid when TA's near that tower, TA's dead.
yeah.
Period. I don't think that really necessarily is the case with anybody on the other side. I mean, Jakiro and Snap can easily make Tiny walk away, but I don't think they have that sort of raw killing power that that sinister gaze gives you.
Yeah, it is it's insidiously good in lane.
Right.
Insidiously good later on too, especially with the eggs. Real dangerous.
Right. Which is, of course, why he's not going to level it.
Oh yeah. We'll get a value point, I'm sure.
Right.
Or just decides that this lane's not gonna be killed, so there's no point. But usually you get the value point for.
Oh. Looks like Slardar actually got himself first blood on the Lich there. Luckily, we can see what happened with the power of this.
Got himself a value point in Lich's life.
Yep.
Cookie?
Presumably, yeah.
Cookie plus bash. That's pretty deadly.
One thing as well, it's especially going to have dividends as this game goes on. That armor strip from Little Shredder plus Slardar, nasty combination, especially when these two hit 6. When Slardar hits 6 at least.
Yeah,
Little Shredder with that corrosive, that's basically just a guaranteed kill on an individual.
And it's just a deadly cookie combo even without that. You know, Slardar has that bash queued up, gets cookied in. It's like a 5-second stun, and you're already dead by the time it ends. Such as what just happened to Monkey King, I assume.
Yeah. Here I was watching top, trying to see if either Medusa or Trio were gonna die, and we get another kill down there instead.
Yeah.
Sort of almost the exact opposite scenario of the last game, where the GGs are having trouble keeping their safe lane alive, while Panic at the Rosh Pit is doing well enough for themselves. Not, you know, the most ideal safe lane in the world, but certainly effectively shutting down Centaur here. Though Medusa does have sort of distressingly low last hits. I cannot imagine that went how Treant expected it to.
Oh boy. Alright, that's gonna help for sure.
Really overestimated his living armor there, I think. Gave Medusa a free kill.
Does not have the same power that his eyebrows hold.
Right. I mean, nothing has that kind of power.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even the A-bomb.
He's got a bash queued up.
And the bash goes out.
Oh god.
Monkey King comes in to retaliate though. Slardar without his buddy there does not want it happening. Very unfortunate scenario. I've certainly experienced this one before. I could have gotten a kill, but stacking and doing the bounty runs.
Well, you gotta do so on your team, so
it's true.
You need those ancient stacked, or you're just gonna be losing out.
Oi!
TA can even take him if Juice isn't quite ready for him yet.
Right. Treant Protector, very low down here. This is notable. Centaur is actually doing fairly well for himself as far as last hits and denies goes.
Yeah.
Even though the Medusa is pretty well for herself as well. Oh, looks like they want to.
It's gonna hassle her here.
Yeah. Probably looking to ult here. I tell you what, I would rotate.
As possible.
I would absolutely rotate. Boy. It's too late now. Goodbye, Medusa.
That is unfortunate.
That was 100% call your buddy moment for sure.
Yeah.
Comrade Chris is just not available for comment there. He's just busy trying to hassle men and stack up the jungle here.
Which again, you should do if there's a Medusa on your team. However, I don't know if I would put it over the Medusa's life necessarily, but it's okay. She just equalized. She had a kill in that lane, so it's not like a disaster.
Right.
Block that camp up.
Missing yet more time to farm, though. She does get a casual kill on, well, casual A on E-Wave. Just going to try and do as much of the jungle as possible at one time.
Yep.
Oh, Lich just casually dying somewhere. Just way deep in the jungle here.
That sword or bash does a lot of damage.
It sure does, especially if he's
Early.
going all in on it. I will say this much: this is definitely a scenario where I think both teams could definitely use. I feel like we're seeing a bit of a calm line breakdown here. There's a lot of places where some cool rotations. Uh-oh, here comes that little shredder combo.
Yep.
Monkey King, no armor at all.
I have
Slardar does
0.
not want to get the kill. He's a little worried that there's somebody there for him, but there actually isn't. If he had gone on Monkey King, I think he would have just killed him.
Tiny smoke somewhere.
Looking for
Getting
Medusa in the
top lane.
jungle. Yeah, I know
Good
Medusas don't like to level that 6
Yeah, he
right
does.
now. Yep. I know
Oh, boy.
Medusas don't like to level that 6 right now, but geez, buddy, I think this is absolutely the scenario to put a value in that thing.
I didn't know that was gonna happen necessarily, but
Oh, yeah, he did actually, because Centaur already did that to him.
that's true.
Radiant's bottom tower is
The
under
slight increase in farming capability is not worth your life, I promise you.
attack. Radiant
And this is a team that doesn't have a lot to say about it either, so I certainly cannot agree with the choice to not level it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
PA
attack.
getting thrown into trouble here.
Oh god.
Though Tiny has no mana at all. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, boy.
Well, Lich is gonna go down for free.
Good ice pass.
Yep. Had some rotations here from the supports. TA is gonna be A-okay.
Regeneration. Radiant's
Yep.
bottom
Just
tower
bail her
Actually
up.
has a regen rune, just to make it a little worse. It's always the depressing thing to say, you know, you had a gank on somebody, you lost a life for it, and you didn't get them, and then they pull out the regen rune.
Yep.
Medusa just very casually just clearing out this wave up here. Let's take a look at the old net worth. Absolute classic. Notably, Centaur Orin are actually more or less at the top of the charts here from the kills he's gotten.
Yep.
More of a hassle at mid here. Couple of
Oh,
big
God.
ults, but Centaur able to just disengage, was not stunned out there.
Might be dead. Oof. Real
Survives
close.
with 100 HP. Slardar is here, but he is way late, unfortunately for him. And with no blink, he's not going to be able to do much.
Yep. Assuming there's an echo coming in or blink. We'll see.
That is blink.
Blink, alright.
For a second, I thought that was Slardar who just popped mana boots, and I was very confused.
He's got an arcane ring, it's just hidden.
Yeah. It's in my
Dire's
pants
bottom tower is under
pockets.
attack.
Yeah.
So much beef at mid here.
Yeah, they're just
They've,
definitely contesting this lane up here.
They've sort of given up on the idea of being able to hassle Medusa much, it seems like, outside of Centaur, who is more than willing to try and occupy this jungle in order to try and shut down Trashbout instead. They do not want to see a farm TA this game. Unfortunately for them, so far, Trashbout's got the highest net worth.
Yep, and Deuce is climbing up the ranks very quickly. Kind of distressingly quickly, honestly.
Monkey King going for Slardar here.
Nah, just gonna...
And now Slardar knows exactly where he is, so he just has to jump away.
That one free trying to run at him. It's always funny.
Nice shot. Got a Centaur ult here for this engagement at mid. Snapfire gonna go down. I don't know what that Treon ult was.
It happens.
I can tell you this much, it definitely feels like this is not the time for Slardar to be just casually just hanging out bot. He is doing a good job putting pressure on Monkey King, but I feel like his team needs him a little more than that right now.
Right.
Monkey King's not the issue, he's gonna get outscaled here. What's gonna be the issue is if you get run over early on.
Yep.
Still fighting at mid here.
Yeah.
It's like pubs 3 years ago.
It is. The brawl at mid lane.
Yep, never-ending fight here at mid. Notably,
Dire's middle tower is
supports
under attack.
all around very starving out so far. All supports on the map. It's a little disproportionately low.
Guess it's to be expected with these, high farming cores like Dusa,
Right.
TA, Monkey King, Tiny even.
Are scanning.
The only issue is that they're
Dire's
also
top tower is
all
under
fairly
attack.
low for XP as well. Average level 7, Comrade Chris all the way down at level 5.
Dire's middle tower is being
Lich just casually died somewhere. Bet I can assume where. Now it's might be Centaur's turn. Barely survives, less than 100 HP. Once again, without
man.
Sardar personally being present there, he's getting pinged for his troubles. I assume he's trying to beef with Monkey King. Without Sardar personally present, they're really missing out on a lot of ability to. Or without Sardar personally present, they're missing out on a lot of their ability to deal with Centaur War Runner, and he's continually able to just, for lack of a better term, just troll them with his ult.
Yep.
It was like every time I've seen Centaur ult this game, it's been somebody sitting at like 30% HP and they get away as a direct result of it. What a smoke here. A fine Treant. Maybe.
Soldier's fortune.
Maybe? Oh yeah, they found him.
Dire's bottom tower.
Alright, here we go.
And goodbye. Up! Cool cookie, dude. At least it didn't, like, cliff him.
Yeah. That would be kind of funny.
Centaur just casually jungling up here. It is one thing to note, Radiant is a very hungry lineup. It's unfortunate. I feel like with Radiant, everybody needs, everybody kind of needs gold. Nobody scales all that well, though. Tiny does. Probably Tiny's got the best late game on their lineup, realistically. But,
Yeah, especially after the Monkey King nerfs.
you got 5 guys who all need some gold to them. Tiny definitely needs gold. He's going to be there late. Monkey King definitely needs gold. He's not going to be competitive if he doesn't have money. Lich needs a little bit of gold. He's going to, Ags or Shard. He's going to get a lot out of it, and I feel like it's very necessary for him. Treant, though, largely in the same boat. Again, kinda want that Ags. Very handy to have on him.
Yep.
And of course, Centaur War Runner just
Dire
needs a
are
load of
scanning.
money.
Treant will pick up his blink there.
It's again going right for the Shivas, rather than trying to do something that doesn't necessarily require the core not to be KB. Got a Brigand's Blade. It's a very good item for anybody to have, really.
Yep.
They found Medusa, but nothing's going to come of this. One advantage that the Dire have on that front is even though they scale better, all Slardar really needs is a blink. You could argue Treant only needs a blink, but
Radiant's bottom tower is
he
under attack.
really needs Axe to be as effective as he can be. Slardar, oh my god, my PC. With all these effects here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Panic just
attack.
have to back off from this whole mini push down here. Monkey King, a little far
Oh,
out
boy.
here, but
Here
he's
we go.
got Slardar. But here comes the Snapfire ult right back at him. Slardar actually lives. Trashboat does not. Slardar doesn't make it very far. Kira attempting to TP out, almost gets there, but
Middle tower is under
very
attack.
last second falls down on him.
Oh boy.
It was a good attempt,
Who wants cookies?
but
Too bad.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, I think that kind of shows one unfortunate thing about the Dyer's lineup is that they don't really have a traditional tanky hero of any capacity. So
Yep.
until they start picking up those BKBs, a Slardar is close, in fairness. Until
Medusa
they
gets
start
a lot of golden levels.
picking up those BKBs, that is going to be happening to them quite frequently. Medusa in particular absolutely is going to need a BKB to do anything with her life, basically.
Right.
Until she gets one, it's there's not really much hope. Oh, Lich. Lich and Centaur were just hanging around looking for more of the good stuff here, and did not get
They
it.
get something, but it's not more of the good stuff.
Just hung around a little long there. Probably just getting a little greedy going for Snapfire.
Yep.
Slardar gets tipped for some reason.
Trouble. Yep. Poor Slardar. What did he do?
Oh
Just
no.
working on his BKB.
He's got 3 branches in his inventory.
Yeah, he does.
You can tell Medusa's definitely thinking, you know, my team can buy me a lot of time going for BKB this late.
Yep.
Or is thinking, well, they're not going to even try and jump me in here. And so far, she's been right, though.
That's true, yeah.
You can see they're looking a little hungrily at this jungle now, but you know, it doesn't matter to her. She can just kind of pop out, just go to the triangle instead.
Yep. Need better deep vision in there. Just to know exactly where she is.
Right. She's kind of blundering in here a little bit. She's up. Hold on.
Wait, attack pause.
Kind of does look like attack pause, to be honest with you. There we go. Kiro showed up. Found the Treon here. Treon is just going to completely eat
Pause
it.
didn't work out for him.
It was an untacked pause. Monkey King just has to jump away now. Maybe a little unduly afraid of Medusa here. They had plenty to kill her there. They just didn't drop the ball. I guess they did drop the ball in a certain light. Monkey King still follow Medusa here.
Yep.
Lich is just going to take over half his HP to Illusions.
That said.
Luckily, he's got a good support network. There's one thing that the Radiant does have in spades, where the Dire is, for the most part, a little disproportionately squishy. You know, Radiant, you've got the Living Armor, you've got the Leech Seed, and he hasn't actually leveled it yet, but you got the Living Armor there on Treant, who's already a tanky guy. You got Tiny, very tanky guy. You got Centaur Warrunner, very tanky guy. You got Lich, he isn't very tanky himself, but he's got that armor.
Yep.
Speaking of Centaur, though, oh.
Good blink.
Yeah, very good blink. Always frustrating to see that happen. Gets him right out of trouble.
Yep.
Dyer just says, alright, never mind then. Goes right back to farming here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
One point I was trying to make a long time ago, though, I think Dyer loses less by putting all their chips in their 1 and 2 here than the Radiant does for sure. The Radiant just haven't been able to do it at all, in fact. Looks like they're thinking about Rosh. Nope, ultimately not. Oh, Lich randomly dies somewhere. Sure seems to happen a lot this game.
Just got bowled over by Slardar.
Yep. Slardar like Spirit Breaker, very good at just bullying supports. Monkey King got his BKB up. Comes a Treon Protector, but he gets caught early, he just has to back up.
Yep.
Scanjakiro just right there. Or Monkey King, dude, has just been stalking Medusa for like 3 minutes straight, hasn't done anything.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's one unfortunate thing that tends to happen sometimes with Monkey King players, I feel like. They just, you know, they go, okay, I know I can get a kill if I get to the drop on this person, I just need to time it perfectly, and they just follow somebody for 2 or 3 minutes straight. I do think there's a... I don't think it's necessarily a doomsday clock. I don't think it's guaranteed that the Dire are going to win this if this runs late, but I'll tell you this much. If I was Radiant, I'd be sweating how the pace of this game has been going so far.
Yep.
Especially
Very
as
pro
that,
Medusa pace.
yeah, especially as that net worth just keeps ticking up, keeps trending dire.
Tower is under attack.
They're doing a good job trying to occupy. They're doing a good job trying to give Medusa as few free spaces as possible, so there is that. But, unfortunately, they're just not really able to get anything done but that at this point.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You can see here, for example, you know, Dire just beating the hell out of this, oh well, that's not good. Big Macropier here. Treant is just full dead, has to Desperation pop his ult. Does get Slardar in it, but a Centaur ult to initiate.
Oh, tiny.
Centaur ult to initiate. A great Snapfire ult to follow, but it does no damage. She's just too far behind on levels. Dire lose 3 for nothing there. It's not,
a meteor.
not very nice. Very unfortunate scenario there. But on the other hand, that just gave Medusa like 2 free minutes. So damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Very tough game for them from this juncture.
Right.
In fact, they actually had to pop Glyph there for this tower here, though. Though, with the Lich and the Treant, it is very notable. You know, you are not going to kill a tower anything but from
the here.
Yeah, they're smoking in on her.
Alright.
It's kind of, almost blew it there, to be honest with you. Just straight up, sort of gave the smoke away.
Oh,
Monkey King comes in with the ult, though. Medusa, though, just casually walking away. London down. Tiny's out of the fight. Medusa still over half HP. Centaur Warrunner just melts. Monkey King in a load of trouble here. Goes down. Here comes a big Lich ult, though, but to no avail. Once again, Lich just not able to accomplish anything with these level 1 ults.
That's not good.
Oh, that was actually level 2. Yeah, they just lost 4, and all they got for it was Slardar. You're just gonna casually Rosh up now.
No reason not to. 4 dead.
Right.
Guy who you really care about is dead for 30 and ults are all down, except for Centaur.
Treant's got his too. He's out of mana right now.
Sure.
Trash Boat picking up the age. It's not a bad idea. Medusa clearly shown she is very insidiously difficult to kill at this point.
Yep.
What sort of prize is this?
What are we getting? Force Staff and Hurricane Arbor Pike.
Like,
Gonna just make things even harder. Well, goodbye, Lich.
because even if Centaur, you know, goes in on you, he just gets pushed away.
Right. Or on the other hand, if Medusa is in the business of chasing somebody down, she's got a lot of ability to do that.
Yep.
Got the Solar Quest on Snapfire here at this point. It's pretty good.
Yep.
They got a lot of ability to kill that armor. The longer the game goes on, the more ability they have to kill that armor, the harder it's going to be for Centaur and Treant to do much. Okay, what are you guys up to, man?
He's gonna poke high ground.
Yeah. Coming in very slowly. They're actually going to lose this T3 entirely. They're gonna lose this melee Rex entirely before they're even able to come in. Okay, no. Not quite that far. Okay, yeah, quite that far. Oh no, they just completely wasted that Medusa ult though.
It happens. Wasn't necessarily the fault of the Deuce, I don't think.
Yeah. I think that was almost sort of a bluff that the Dire didn't call there. I think if they had actually,
Illusion.
you know, paid a bit more mind to the fact nobody was
Radiant
there,
are
I think
scanning.
they actually probably could have gotten maybe the whole setup there. Looking
Oh,
for a fight
it's
here.
looking.
They just casually. Oh, well, okay. That's a bit of a
looking for,
disappointment.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Somebody thought TA was melded there.
Could be. Sure, I'm playing a very dangerous game, but with the blink and everything, he's fine. Neither team really seems to want to actually fight right now, once again. Both teams just kind of banking on the other guys making a bad initiation, it seems.
Yep.
Never an ideal spot to be in. Dink. Actually catches the Monkey King there. Oh, Lich,
Radiant's top tower is
Oh,
under
oh
boy.
man. Just absolutely annihilated.
Yep. Just get melted.
Shows you the fallibility of the Glimmer Cape there.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Glimmer Capes in this game, for the Radiant in particular, really just not giving them any benefit at all. Without the presence of the Lich ult as a threat, Dire just Radiant just have to
Radiant's
let
middle
this
tower
tower
has
go.
fallen.
That's two
Yep.
T3s that have just kind of casually fallen down. Centaur's gonna have to ult out of here if he's gonna live at all.
Oh boy.
He does not live at all. Oh no, Monkey King, what have you done?
Well, goodbye,
Well.
sir.
Alright.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
London
That's it.
calls a GG, and that's the ball game.
London's done with this.
has fallen.
Oh, the Lich out comes out just in time.
Dire victory.
Snapfire dies after the GG said.
And Slardar does his big stupid dance.
Wow. Alright, 1-1.
Another kind of open and shut case there, I think. This is, well, there's no two ways about it. This was a scenario where Panic at the Rosh Pit had the late game advantage, but their draft was actually had enough chemistry between the picks that they didn't actually need the help getting to late game.
Yep.
Niantic was already rip-roaring, ready to go by, 20 minutes, really. He's basically done when he had that Scotty. Did not end up actually needing a BKB because the combination of factors just never came together. They just never really needed it. That's always the most ideal thing to have as a pause one. The best possible scenario as pause one is not needing to have that BKB. And that was his scenario this game.
Right.
The Tiny just did not get the amount of space he needed to go late game here. He did have some decently impressive items, but he just wasn't able to stand up to quite enough. One thing I will say here, which is the absolute classic, I don't get the Lotus Orb. I don't know why we went the Lotus Orb here this game for Centaur Warrunner. I feel like he had quite a bit on his shoulders here, and as far as his itemization goes, and that was not really probably the most ideal thing to pick up here. You know,
Maybe you can
'cause-
purge being petrified or something. I don't know.
I mean, even if you can, it's a very difficult thing to actually do because the most likely person on this team to be petrified at any given time is Centaur Warrunner himself. Maybe he just did that to try and counter a presumed Medusa Ags, but she didn't do that this game. I don't know. They definitely need more fizz resistance than what they have. It's kind of funnily enough, I think this is pretty much just a perfect reversal of the last game, more or less. Just the GGs just kind of did not really respond the correct way to how Niantic was playing, and it just didn't go well for them.
Yep.
Had some good fights, had some good plays, but ultimately I think the biggest thing is a lineup like this did not work with the tree on ult alone, basically. It was just
Right.
not quite enough to bring everything together. I think having something like a Mars, even something like, say, an Enigma, which is quite a heavy investment, don't get me wrong, but having something like a Mars or like an Enigma there would have actually, I think, done them quite a bit better in the end, because the Centaur tree combo, it really didn't end up playing into their favor at all. The fact that they were so tanky won them a few fights early, but you know the ridiculous armor strip between Snapfire, Slardar, and the Solar Crest all come together. You have a Hyperstone here that could have meant AC, and if that was AC, that's just another bad thing to see for them. Just
the Medusa only died in lane phase. Never
yeah.
died after that.
Yeah, they put a lot of eggs into the kill TA basket. They didn't really see much results for that, so yeah, very simple game there. Very simple set of games, really. So, that being said, I guess see you next time. That's all I can say. Any closing comments?
Not particularly.
Right. Well, as usual, if you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. It's too late to sign up for the season, but you could always be a stand-in. You could always get some coaching. You could always see what the community's up to. You could always watch PVC Pipe tell everybody that his jug is griefing. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really it. So, until next time, I'm Randy. This is Anani. Say goodbye, Anani.
Goodbye.
And I'll see you at the races.